Welcome to the Jiggy and Joe show. Let's go. Who's ready? Who's ready for week 2? Wow. I can't believe it.
It's already
How
week
you
two,
doing,
dude.
Max? How you
It's already
doing?
week two.
How you
See, before you
feeling?
know it, it's gonna be the wild card weekend, bro. You know
I
that.
know. Before you know it, it's just like,
The Jets are gonna have a playoff home game before you know it.
man. I don't. We'll see about that one. I want to go more into the season. I want to see what Zach's doing, but before talking playoffs, which I think we will, but let's just see what happens with Zach. But
All right. So
yeah.
let's get into the Vikings-Eagles game from this past Thursday night.
Oh
Joe, what are your
man.
thoughts about the Minnesota Vikings and how they looked at the link? And are you concerned about the Eagles offense? Because they got off to a slow start again after having a rough start in New England. Are you worried about the Eagles offense? And what do you think about the Vikings going forward?
With the Eagles offense, I was just kind of looking at their play style, right? They weren't like other than like the shot to Devontae Smith, like those couple big shots, they weren't really trusting Jalen Hurts much with the throwing ability. They were just kind of giving it to Swift. But the thing was, it was working initially like the whole game. So like I don't really blame them for that. But I think they should like moving forward. I think they should kind of switch up their offense just a little bit because it's going to get kind of predictable. And I don't think Swift is going to have that level of production that he had in this previous game. But for the Minnesota Vikings, I just think they're getting a little bit unlucky. I think they're still somewhat the team that they used to be, but like they kind of dropped off a little bit this year. We'll see what happens with Kirk Cousins. I think pretty sure this is last year on his contract. So, he maybe could be on the move depending on how the Vikings do this season. But I think they'll pick it up next week, in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
In the first
What are
episode that we did before
Yeah.
week one, I was high on the Vikings.
Yeah.
I thought everyone was sleeping on the Vikings, and I thought they were going to be better than people thought they were going to be. Turns out that's not the case. I think the Vikings stink this year, actually.
Really?
Um, the lack, I was tweeting about this during the game. The Vikings were blitzing the Eagles were blitzing the Eagles almost every single play in that game and dropping it into coverage. And the Eagles, after halftime, adjusted to that, and they really ran the same play every single time. I was watching Brian
Yeah.
Baldy's breakdowns last night, and it was bizarre. The Eagles literally had Dallas Goedert lined up outside shoulder of Jordan Mailata, right? And they would run this little inside zone every single time, the same look every single time, and the
Yeah.
Vikings had no adjustments for it, and that's
So
on Brian
Max.
Flores. And listen, Brian Flores is known for his exotic looks to confuse a quarterback,
Yeah.
and that amoeba defense where you don't know who's coming, and that confuses the quarterback and gets in the head of the quarterback. But the Eagles showed that the Vikings might not be very good this year on defense. They were lining the linebackers were they had like three linebackers, and maybe one down lineman, sometimes two down linemen. Very rarely do they have four down linemen, like with three standing linebackers also on the line of scrimmage. And as you know, Joe, in our man games, right? It is so easy to run against mid blitz. It is so easy to stack those linebackers up against those 350-pound guys, right?
Yeah.
It's so easy. And the Eagles were just running it down their throat all game long. Taylor Swift had an awesome game, but the Vikings just they don't look fast. They don't look aggressive. They look slow. They look
Mhm.
sloppy on defense. And the Eagles literally just took it right to them and pounded it right down their throat. And the Vikings,
Yeah.
Brian Flores just refused to make any adjustments.
So, did you think that it was the lack of Minnesota's defense that the Eagles just wanted to take advantage of it by the run, or do you just think it's the incapability of the offense of the throwing ability? Because AJ Brown didn't have a good game, Goddard didn't have a good game. Other than that one pass or a couple passes to Devontae, he had an okay game,
Deontay
but
Smith, Devontae Smith had 4 for 160 and a touchdown.
yeah. But like just the lack of like throwing in that game, do you think it's more so the Vikings' fault, or do you just think it's the Eagles' incapability of throwing the ball right now?
It's a good question.
It could be a mix of both.
I think it definitely is a mix of both. I think the Eagles. I think that is a really good question. I'm going to say this: once the Eagles for some reason don't look the same throwing the football this season, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Um, but I also think that was Brian Flores' scheme going into the game. Like I said in the beginning, of taking a couple blitzers at Jalen Hurts to pressure him and get into his head so he doesn't have that much time to survey the field, right? So once the Eagles figured out that they were not going to be able to throw the ball at their will, they just ran it right up their throats, and Vikings had no answers for them because Brian Flores, it seemed like, did not even adjust his scheme. He
Yeah.
was like, it was honestly ridiculous to see. It was also good to see that old school kind of football from the Eagles, ground and pound, unselfish. Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown got into it on the sideline a little bit. I guess he wasn't happy with the amount of targets he was getting.
I wasn't happy either. I had AJ
But
Brown on my fantasy.
they won the football game, man, and that's all that matters for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Going forward, it's gonna be interesting to see how they scheme up their passing attack more. Shane Steichen is gone, who also had a really good week in Indianapolis, scheming up plays for Anthony Richardson to be successful.
Right.
So they have a new play caller this year, and Brian Johnson, the offensive coordinator. They're getting. It looks like they're getting off to a slow start, and I'm not concerned about the Eagles. They have too much talent, and I think they'll start clicking eventually.
Oh yeah, they pulled off the one anyway. I like the new running style offense. I feel like more teams should develop that into their offense because nowadays it's more so pass than run. So I'd like to see a mixture of both, maybe some little old school. So I
All
like
right,
that.
so with that, do you want to to the picks for this Sunday?
Yes,
Week 2 slate.
and I apologize that we didn't drop this two-leg parlay on the Eagles because me and Max threw up a parlay. What was it? Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown
And
and
KJ
KJ
Osborne.
anytime
I got
touchdown.
receipts on you, bro. I picked Jordan Addison. I was getting texts from you all game. I picked Jordan Addison, bro. I was like, calm down. KJ is going to score. His time will come. He's not going to be shut out. And
To
what
be
did
fair,
happen, dude?
it was the fourth quarter. I just wanted to say because it was worth $100, so we got 100 that night. So that was
Oh yeah.
great. But
Oh
now
yeah.
we'll get into the Sunday slate.
All right, Joe. Give me your picks for this weekend.
Okay. As mentioned on Twitter. Okay, follow us on Twitter by the way if you haven't.
At
It's
Jiggy and Joe Show.
at Jiggy and Joe Show. I threw up some of my picks. I think yesterday or the day before, leading up to the Sunday slate. It was I didn't do as much research as I did, but now these picks are revised and now going into the Sunday slate, I think I'm more confident in them. So starting off with Atlanta versus the Packers, who do you have in this here matchup, and how do you think it's gonna go?
I have Atlanta. I have Atlanta money line. I have Bijan rushing yards. I think Atlanta has the best run scheme in the NFL with Arthur Smith behind it.
Yeah.
They're so creative. Bijan Robinson's a stud. Tyler Algier is also a stud. I like this Atlanta team a lot. I like their defense a lot, like I said last week. And I think they're going to keep pushing and pushing. I think we're going to be surprised with the outcome after the season.
So I really like Atlanta. They're a very underrated team. Packers had a really good showing last week against the Bears, but that kind of could have been a fluke.
Dude, the Bears stink.
The Bears stink. That's the
The
thing.
Bears stink.
But the Packers, it's really neck and neck. I'm pretty sure the spread is very close to each other. So
Yeah.
I would just take the money line at that point. So I took Atlanta money line, but it could really go either way. But I took Atlanta. I'm leaning Atlanta as well.
Okay.
Now we're gonna talk about the Bills and the Raiders. Abysmal performance by the Bills last week with Josh Allen, 5 turnovers. But they're going up against the Raiders team that hasn't really shown anything. They have a new quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo, but he hasn't shown anything either. And the Raiders stink. But so I think this might be a blowout. Bills are gonna come back with vengeance. -8.5. I'm taking the spread.
I don't think this is going to be a blowout. I think this can be a close game. I don't like the way Josh Allen looked last week against the Jets. Just made him look silly, made him look like rookie year Josh Allen, throwing picks, not seeing the field. I like Josh Jacobs in this game. I think the Raiders going to I think the Raiders going to have to run the ball to win this game. Garoppolo always makes 1 or 2 difference maker throws that helps his team win, and that's why he's been around so long. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is extremely underrated. He distributes the ball on the field. He's incredibly smart.
Mhm.
And I think the Raiders gonna come out of this with a W. I really do.
Really?
I do. I don't. I For some reason, dude. I think that there's something off with the Bills. I
It's something off of the Bills, but then again, their defense, they played the Jets defense that week, and it was
yeah.
rowdy that week, everything. But then again, the Bills did seem a little bit rusty going into week one. Um, but I still think I feel like it was a wake-up call for them, and I feel they could definitely bounce back. They're the Bills, they got a talented team. I think Josh Allen is still him. He's still top five, top 10 in that range. So I'm still taking the Bills in this one. They're a great team. I
Okay, so
feel.
we're split on that.
Yep.
And what's your next matchup?
Um, I'm not sure which ones are at 4 o'clock, which ones are at 1, but the next one I have is the Bengals and the Ravens. I think the Bengals again had a really bad performance last week. But I'm pretty sure week two, it's a week of bounce backs for me. So I got Bengals money line against the Ravens. Ravens look pretty good against the Texans, right? They played the Texans last week. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
But Ravens looked really good last week. Bengals did not. Bengals bounce back. Bengals money line.
I'm really split on this game, man. I have Lamar in fantasy. I have Shea
Yeah.
Flowers in fantasy. Um,
Just letting you know, Jiggy and Joe fans, we are playing each other in fantasy week 4, so that's gonna be a rowdy matchup. But I'm circling that on my
that's
calendar.
rivalry week. That's rivalry week.
Yes.
Um, but I have a hard time believing that Joe Burrow is going to look as bad as he did in week one. He cut his hair. Um, he got rid of the long hair. He wasn't playing well. Um,
Post injury, that you think that could have been an effect with his
no, no, I don't. I
no?
just think that says a lot. I think that this says more about the Browns than the Bengals. I think the Browns are going to be really, really good this year. Their
Okay.
defense is extremely underrated with Jim Schwartz as a new defensive coordinator there.
I'm liking the Browns more too.
I like the Browns, but in this game, I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens. I think the Bengals are gonna need another week to. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the Ravens, man. Their defense flies around. The Ravens defense flies around. Roquan Smith in the middle of that defense is the leader. He's
Yeah.
always around the ball. I mean, the Ravens secondary is always solid, no matter how many times people try to count them out. Um, this is definitely gonna be a close game. AFC North matchup. I'm gonna go with the Ravens, though. Give me the Ravens.
I bet you Kadri likes that pick right there.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
Now I'm gonna save Chiefs Jags for later, but right now I'm gonna go Rams Niners. Niners looked really good last week. Christian McCaffrey had another great game, of course. I mean, that's why you dropped him in fantasy number top 3, whatever. But the Rams also looked really good last week. They had that new wide receiver, that rookie wide receiver,
Puka Nakua.
Puka.
Puka Nakua.
And I think
Remember that
the
guy's
Rams,
name? Puka
I think the
Nakua. That
Rams
guy's a
mentality,
player.
they're looking to eat, they're looking to beat them down, but I think it's going to be close. I think the Niners pull it out, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to take Rams plus 7.5.
I'm also taking the Rams on this one. Dude, the Rams defensive line is extremely underrated.
Yep.
They got a lot of young guys. Bobby Brown,
And you have a veteran
Aaron
too.
Heck, number 97. Keep an eye on him also. Um, the Rams might be putting it together. They have a chip on their shoulder. Everybody's counting them out. Everyone thinks it's gonna be a shit show in LA all season long. And the Rams are proving that might not be the case. So give me the Rams also.
I like that. I mean, NFL is filled with upsets, so you can't just take the favorites all the time.
Yep.
You know? Okay. Next game, I'm going Patriots Dolphins. Dolphins looked really good last week. All these teams that I'm talking about played really good last week, but I'm gonna take the Patriots as well. The Patriots also looked good last week. I'm taking +3 though. I think it's gonna be very close.
Really? You're taking the Patriots?
I'm taking the Patriots. Yeah, I think I wrote in parentheses I wrote upset because I think it's gonna be an upset. And Dolphins, obviously they're a good team, but the Patriots looked really good against the Eagles last week. So I'm taking the Patriots +3.
Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean,
Give me the Dolphins, bro.
I'm not gonna argue.
Dude,
I'm not gonna argue with that. That's a really good pick
they have
too.
two rookies. They have two rookies in the secondary, and they have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I listen, dude. And the Dolphins last week were without Teron Armstead, the starting left tackle, 80 like top 5 left tackle in the NFL when he is healthy.
Yep.
And
But you know, you got Bill
Tua was
Belichick.
untouched
Yeah. You got Bill Belichick though. They have the
against a good
Dolphins number.
defensive line for the Chargers.
Yeah.
Give me the Dolphins.
No, Bill Belichick has the Dolphins number. So does everyone in the
No, that's
AFC
not
East.
true. He's never beat Tua.
All right. That's fine. I mean, I know he has the Jets number, but I know he's a smart guy. So I'm not gonna disregard that.
All right, so we are also split on that one. What's your next one?
Let's go Houston and Indiana or Indianapolis Colts.
Indiana.
Yeah, sorry. Whatever. Um, I think I'm actually looking really forward to this matchup with CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. It's gonna be a really good matchup. I think Houston's got a really good defense. And then I think they're gonna carry the Texans to a victory over the Colts. And I could see, I don't know what you're thinking. I know you like Anthony Richardson and everything, but he had a good game first game. He could drop it off this game. And with Will Anderson coming at his face the whole time.
Give me the
Pause.
Colts. I listen. The Texans have a great defense. I like what D'Amico Ryan's doing with that unit. Will Anderson, pick number four. He was pick number 4. Texans traded back up, picked Stroud and him back to back. Will Anderson is fast, man. His
He
first
looked
step off the
great.
line of scrimmage, he is fast, dude. However, I like what Shane Steichen's doing with that Colts team, man. The Colts looked good last week against Jacksonville, and two rookie head coaches.
Do you know if it's
I
if
like
the Houston,
Steichen's creativity on offense.
yeah.
Give me Anthony Richardson and the Colts.
Do you know if it's home or away for Houston?
It's in Houston.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm taking Houston -1.
Okay.
It's only 1 point, but I'll take
All
it.
right.
Now let's go Washington versus Broncos. This is pretty decent game. It's on the lower level of the games, but I'm not really looking forward to this game. I'm gonna take Washington money line, and the under. I don't think it's gonna be high scoring.
Last time Jack Del Rio and Sean Payton met, it was Saints Commanders, and Sean Payton hung 330 passing yards on Jack Del Rio's defense with Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Give me the Broncos. I think Russell Wilson
Okay.
throws for at least 300 yards this game. Yeah, give me the Broncos.
I didn't like the Broncos last week, and I said I'm pretty sure.
Bro, their defense is for real. Like
Yeah.
once that offense starts getting clicking, man, they could be a dangerous team in that division.
Definitely, just the offense.
If their offense gets clicking, I don't think it will. I think Russell Wilson's a stiff. I think Russell Wilson's best days are behind him.
We're gonna go Giants Cardinals again. Like that. I don't like the Giants or the Cardinals whatsoever. They're trash. But I think the Giants bounce back against a 0-point performance in week 1. I think Saquon gets a touchdown. I would parlay it. Saquon anytime touchdown and Giants win. That's what I feel. What do you think?
Cardinals did not look as bad as I thought they would last week.
You're right.
Surprised.
But the Cardinals are still trash, I think.
Giants offensive line can't block anybody, man. They can't. Are
you gonna take the upset?
Am I gonna do it?
Are you gonna take the upset? That might be your upset of the week.
Am I gonna do it?
I don't see why not. I would. They're both bad teams. You're taking it?
Give me the fucking Cardinals, dude. Give me the fucking Cardinals.
All right. That's
dude. Listen. The Cardinals defensive line got after Sam Howell last week, dude. I like the Cardinals defensive line. Gardeck is going to be a stud this year. He's been on the Cardinals for a few years now. Hasn't gotten the recognition he deserved because he hasn't gotten the sacks. But this guy's always around the ball. He flies to the ball. The Giants have to Evan Neal on the right side. Like, dude, listen. I don't know what's going on with the Giants. This is supposed to be a get right game for them, but I think the Cardinals smell blood in the water, dude. And if you know Jonathan Gannon, he he wants killers, man. Jonathan Gannon wants some killers. And I
Yeah.
think the Cardinals are going to take this one from the Giants, and the Giants are going to drop to 0-2, and then everybody's going to say Giants season's over.
Did you take the bus today?
Yes, I did actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Took the
Yeah.
bus with Gannon. Sat right next to him.
All right. All right. So yeah, so I said Saquon anytime touchdown, Giants money line, Max on the other hand says Cardinals. Did I miss any other Sunday football at all? I don't think I did. I think I got everything.
Seahawks Lions.
Oh, Seahawks, Lions, and Chiefs, Jags. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Lions against the Seahawks. I like Jared Goff. I think he's a probably a top 10, a little bit less than that, or probably more than that, quarterback. I think he's really good in the league, a really underrated. Showed a lot of promise against the Chiefs. Give me the Lions.
I like the Lions too. Everyone's gonna be waiting for the Lions to fail and show that they're the same
Yeah.
old Lions, but this is a different Lions team, man. Give me the Lions as well.
I think
Uh,
I think the Seahawks kind of had the same type of season as the Giants did last year.
yep.
Showed tons of promise, but like they also got very lucky. Giants got more lucky, but the Seahawks really had a good defense last year. Offense on the other hand, Geno Smith looked really good last year. This year, but we'll see
This
what
could be the
happens.
year where the Seahawks come back down to earth a little bit. They
Yeah,
Rams
I
cooked
love
them last
Geno
week.
though.
The
I
Rams
love
cooked them
Geno.
last week.
Right. I agree.
Um, so Chiefs Jags, Joe.
Chiefs Jags. Chiefs aren't going 0-2. They're not. Patrick Mahomes is not going to let that happen. Chiefs money line and Travis Kelce touchdown. That's what I'm taking. Like, come on. It's no way the Chiefs are going 0-2. Come
I don't
on.
know, man. The Jaguars, dude.
Jaguars are great, but the Chiefs aren't going 0-2. They're not. No
I'm
shot.
with you. I'm not betting against the Chiefs. I'm with you.
Jags are a very good team. They showed very good promise last week. Definitely deep playoff contenders
I'm
for the
with you.
Jags.
I'm with you.
But
With you.
the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're gonna win.
Yeah. Bears
Um,
Bucks.
yeah. I think I'll save this one's for last. Jets Cowboys, right?
No, Bears Bucks.
Bears Bucks. Then we're going Jets Cowboys. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have a list.
No, you're good. I got it right in front of me.
Who do you got? Who do you got for that?
Bears suck. Give me the Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield. That's all I got to say.
Bucks looked really good last week again, beat the Vikings. Baker Mayfield, he's trying to show some grit. He's trying to see he's trying to tell everyone in the whole world why he deserves to be a starting quarterback in this league. I will also be taking the Bucks. I think it will be somewhat close, but I don't know. I think Baker will get it done, and
Yeah,
I think it'll be a game-winning drive at the end.
Bucks. The Bucks. Listen, I don't think both teams are going to be in the playoffs by the time this is said and done. But dude, the Bears. People forget that the Bears had the number one pick last year because they traded out of it so damn fast. So everybody forgets that they were the worst team in football. They had the number one pick last year in the draft. They were the worst team. The Bears were the worst team in football last year. So give me the Buccaneers. I'm not. Listen,
Quick
I was expecting
question.
a lot from the Bears this season. But I drank the Kool-Aid of Justin Fields, and I think Matty Flus has a chance to be fired after this year. This goes horribly for the Bears, and I think it will.
Right.
Give me the
You love
Bucks.
Justin Fields too.
I have him in fantasy, bro. I liked him a lot.
Yeah. So, quick question. At the end of the season, Bears get the number one pick, possibly. You think they're going for not CJ, what's it? Caleb Williams.
I think the Bears have the number one pick again. They're gonna pick quarterback. Yeah,
I think so too. Caleb Williams is a bona fide number one, I feel.
yeah. Yep.
And then who else do we have in this?
Jets Cowboys, bro. How could you forget?
Well, I knew it was Jets Cowboys, but I didn't know if you were missing anyone else. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, we got everything else. Oh no,
Okay.
Chargers Titans.
Of course, yeah. See, you messed it up. See, Chargers Titans. I'm gonna go. Some of these picks are going blindly because I didn't put as much research into those picks. I wanted to put more research into the ones that I'm confident about. But I still think the Chargers are gonna pull this one out. Really tough loss against the Dolphins, but their offense looked looked really good. I think they put up 30 plus points that game. Defense did not look good. That was the only problem. I would probably Um, I could take the over on this one. I'm not sure what the line is, but I think it's going to be high scoring.
I just got a notification on my phone from Rich Samini, dude.
I hate Rich Samini, bro.
Chaz Surratt. Why do you gotta do, dude? Easy. Chaz Surratt. Chaz Surratt got fined $4,000 for his unnecessary roughness on Xavier Gibson's punt return touchdown.
Wow.
And
I love
Quincy Williams
Surratt.
got to fine $26,000 for unnecessary roughness penalties.
I mean, you do what it takes for the Jets to win. As long as we come out with a win, then I don't care.
Yeah, I know, but that's a little ridiculous. I don't remember Quincy Williams getting a. Do you remember Quincy Williams getting on his unnecessary roughness penalty?
On that, you're talking about on the punt return?
Yeah. No. That was Chaz Surratt.
Yeah, I know Surratt
But Quincy
he had that
Williams
little
got
cup
fined for
block.
unnecessary roughness twice. Like he got fined 13,000 each.
Quincy Williams, he's very like very aggressive, so I could see why. Um, but I don't think he deserves it in this type of league. Like this league is just very soft, in my opinion.
Yeah. Sorry. Chargers Titans. Sorry. I got sidetracked there.
No, it's
Chargers
okay.
Titans. Give me the Titans.
Okay.
Uh,
I think it's gonna be high scoring too, but
I said I would never take a Ryan Tannehill led franchise on Twitter last week after the Titans lost. Ryan Tannehill looked like crap. Um, but the Chargers are the Chargers. As long as Brandon Staley's there, I'm not confident they will be contenders for a Super Bowl. So, and I like the way that this Titans defensive line flies around. Their defense is always going to be rough. They're always going to be gritty. They're always going to be tough, aggressive. I like Mike Vrabel. Give me the Titans in this game.
okay. All right. I mean, I disagree, but we'll see what happens. I like the Chargers in this. And then this is the final game, right? The Jets.
Yeah.
By the
Give me
way,
the Jets.
by
I'm
the
going to
way,
be biased every week with the Jets.
yes, we're gonna be biased every
Give
week,
me the
and we're gonna
Jets.
talk about the Jets the last game of the week because we're Jets fans and we just want to talk about it like
Right.
the most.
And then we
So
have 2 Monday nighters to do, Joe. Don't forget the Saints and the Panthers and Browns Steelers.
right,
So let's go through this a little quickly because that stupid Zoom thing popped up. We have to figure out this problem for next show.
that's fine. That's
But
fine.
I guess I assume we're both on the Jets, even though we have Zach Wilson starting and a
Yeah.
kicker that we just picked up because Zerline's out.
I think the smart bet is Jets spread. I think it was +9 a
Yeah,
couple days ago, but it's
yeah,
+8.5 now. I would take
yeah,
Jets spread, but I'm gonna take Jets money line because let's go. Let's go Jets at
yeah.
this point.
Yeah. This game is definitely be close. Both defenses are championship defenses. This game is going to be a low scoring game.
The main
I'm
takeaway,
obviously going to take the Jets. I'm not taking the Cowboys. I'm
yeah,
not putting that into the universe. I'm not doing it.
the main takeaway for this game, Zach Wilson needs to be calm and collected in the pocket.
Yeah.
He cannot be scared. You got Lawrence coming. You got Micah Parsons. He's been practicing with triple teaming against him in practice because he's ready for that. He's the top edge rusher. He's the top rusher in the league. So I think they're definitely going to get probably 4+ sacks this game. Not hopefully, but I think it's
It's gonna
going
be
to happen.
tough, man. That Dallas offensive line is also really good. This is gonna be a really good game. This is gonna be a
I
really,
think it's the
really good
fact of
game.
I think it's the fact of getting turnovers, tons of turnovers this game. Abuse Dak's inability to throw and decision making. I think Sauce gets a pick this game, so I'm very excited.
All right, let's go Jets. The Jets should not be viewed as anything less because Aaron Rodgers is gone. This is still a championship team. It's all about
We've
a team.
we've been the laughing stock this week ever since the Aaron Rodgers injury. I've seen so many like memes on Instagram and everything of Aaron Rodgers getting hurt. It's just been the worst week, but I still believe in Zach Wilson. As every Jets fan should be. They shouldn't be rooting for him to fail. That's if you're rooting for him to fail, then you're not a real Jets fan at this point.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. We have to be behind Zach, and we have to get him in a rhythm early. That's it. That's the name of the game. They got to get Zach comfortable early, and they can't let him get hit.
Quick question: you think Aaron Rodgers comes back at late in the playoffs this
I'll
season?
never doubt Aaron Rodgers with anything.
Man, after that Pat McAfee show comment,
Listen, I think emotions are high right now.
yeah,
But listen, dude, if I don't know. It's never been done before. I don't know.
Realistically, I don't think it's gonna happen.
But
Yep.
as Aaron said, he's just stacking chips on his shoulder, dude. If anybody will come back from an Achilles injury, fully torn Achilles, right for the divisional game at home for the Jets, it is Aaron Rodgers. Is Aaron? I don't know. I don't know. I hope he does. I hope, dude. Aaron said his rehab might shock some people.
What a story
He's
that would
implemented
be.
into his rehab plan. It might shock
Yeah.
some people, dude. You know, this Jets training staff has to keep their head on a swivel, bro. And it's gonna be in there 24/7. You know, he's gonna be working, bro. He's gonna be working.
He's gonna be preparing film for the next game like he's gonna play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. He's gonna have
That's why I
headset.
love Aaron Rodgers. You know, that's why he's one of the greatest of all time. He puts in the extra work, you know, for greatness.
I really hope he comes
he's
back.
great.
I really hope he comes back. I really, really hope he comes back for the playoffs. That'd be awesome. Awesome. Fantastic.
Imagine the storyline that would be. Like,
it's never been done. Dude, a torn Achilles. You're out for like 8 to 12 months.
Yeah. Imagine like he comes back.
It would be unbelievable.
Wins his second Super Bowl. That would be the best storyline in the NFL.
It would be unbelievable.
Decades.
It would be unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Other than the Nick Foles Super Bowl, I think that would be the greatest storyline.
No doubt.
Any last words?
So Saints Panthers. Frank Reich's a terrible head coach. I don't like what he's doing in Carolina. I thought Carolina had a great roster on paper into the season, but I just will never believe in a Frank Reich coach team after what the Colts did last year. Give me the Saints.
I still think the Panthers have some learning to do with Bryce Young. They're a very young team.
Yep.
You know, I'm pretty sure J.C. Horn is injured for this game.
Yeah. Listen, J.C. I want to talk about this for a second. J.C. Horn and Patrick Surtain were picked back to back, and the Panthers went with Horn. Broncos went with Surtain.
Yep.
Listen, JC. I hope you come back healthy, and I hope you prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
About you being picked in front of Surtain.
You know, it's better for football when everyone's
ball
healthy.
out. I hope he come back. I hope he comes back and balls out. He's been playing well when he's been on the field. Not as good as Surtain, but he's been playing well when he's on the field. But he just can't stay on the field. That's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Right.
Injuries happen, man. Injuries happen. It's just tough. Browns Steelers.
Browns. You know,
yep,
Steelers.
I'm with you.
Steelers are going to bounce back, but I feel like the Browns are dominant, and they're going to kind of take what they got from week one, and they're gonna bring the pressure. Myles Garrett is going to get a lot of pressure on Kenny Pickett, and Kenny Pickett's going to fold.
Matt Canada is just I don't even know what they're doing there. It's like a high school playbook over there in Pittsburgh. I thought their offense would be different into the year.
I'm kind of disappointed in the Steelers.
I thought their offense would be a lot better than they were last year. A lot of Steelers fans are up in arms about Matt Canada. We'll see what happens this week against Cleveland. I don't see them getting right this game. I'm taking the Browns as well.
But then again, you got to think it's a division game, so they got to play. They always play each other hard in a division game. So just remember that.
But besides, there's not. I mean, George Pickens is obviously a game-changing player. He's awesome. He's awesome. But the Steelers' offense is boring. That's the best way to describe it. It's boring.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring, and it's not creative.
I agree.
Kind of like the Panthers' offense with Frank Reich. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of the Jiggy and Joe Show.
Follow our socials. We'll be posting more often on our Twitter. So as I mentioned before, you should go look at the picks. I'm going to post some more picks next week. I'm going to do more research into them once like Friday comes. So then you'll all have the research picks on there. So cool.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Jiggy and Joe Show. That's Joe. I'm Max. See you guys next week. Enjoy football.
Yeah. Love the Klecko jersey. Bye.